Hey guys, my name is Jack Kerner. I want to give a big thank you to Donzy529 for announcing my stream. It allows me to get more viewers on my first video, and I really just have so much appreciation for everything he does, for the bots he's hosting for everyone for free. It's really amazing. It's really amazing, and I just want to give him a big shout out. So thank you, Donzy. So in this bot, we're gonna have a lot of commands. I don't know if we're gonna finish it today. Hopefully we could. So let's just make a quick txt file so we can write all the commands we're gonna have. So first of all, our prefixes are gonna be exclamation point just for testing purposes. So we're gonna have a help command, a ban, a kick, a mute, a unban. Actually, unban isn't really necessary. We'll do a I don't know what else. Guys, say in the chat suggestions any good commands to add. You can maybe do a I don't know, what do bots have? We'll also do fun commands. 8-ball. Should we add? We need ideas. We could do a. Let's go see what other bots have actually. Let's see what Dino has. Let me pull up their website real quick. So Dino, they have good commands. We could do some. Oh yeah, unmute. I actually forgot about that. Unmute. We'll have purge. Soft ban, that's a good one. Roll, warn, clear, warnings. Okay, that's good for now. If you guys have more suggestions, say in the chat and we'll add those along the way. So we're just gonna do new folder commands. Just have to set that up quickly, and an index.js file. I already have discord.js installed, so we should be fine with that for now. So now we need to start with our command handler. So we're gonna use fs, which is used for getting into files and stuff like that. So let's get into that. Fs comes with npm. It's default installed, so that should really be fine. You don't need to install that or anything. It's perfectly fine. So yeah. So what we're gonna start with is we're gonna define the we're gonna define all the dependencies that we have. So my Visual Studio Code has color comments, so I'm gonna add an explanation point and other stuff just to color the comments. You don't really have to do the comments anyway. So define dependent. I don't know how to spell that, but whatever. So const discord. Let's do lowercase actually. Equals require discord.js. Const fs equals require fs. I don't think we need anything else for now. So next we need to initialize Discord client. So what you just do is const client equals new, and then discord.client. So what that basically does is that just makes our bot that basically just makes our bot. And at the end, we're just gonna have to log in. You're gonna have to log in by just doing client.login, and then your token is gonna be here. So we'll get the token later on when we actually want to test the bot. So we'll get that soon. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to store all the commands into the client so that we can access them from not only in this file. So we're just going to do client.commands equals new discord.collection. So that basically just makes a collection called commands under the client. So now we're gonna want to get all the files in the command folder. We're gonna want to get all the commands in the command folder so that we can actually use them. So what you do is fs, which stands for like file something, but yeah, and then you're going to do read dir, and that basically means redirectory. After that, you do parentheses, and you do the path, which is ./commands. You can really just do commands, but I like to do the ./ makes me feel more comfortable. I don't even know why. And in the parentheses, you're going to do another parentheses with ERR for error and files. Files is every file. And then the equals and the greater than sign, or however you want to call it, and you end it like that. So now it's going to the files is each file. I think that's a little obvious, but it's an array, I believe. So what you're gonna have to do is files.for each. Oh look, it has this already. I don't know why. Probably because I did this already. And now file is a command, but we don't know that for sure. So what you're gonna have to do now is make sure it is a command by doing if file ends with. So see if it ends with .js. Because if it does not end with .js, that means it is not a command. Now what we're going to want to do is kind of require it. So let command equals require ./command/ and then use a variable and file. So now we have our command, and now let's just log in the console that we actually loaded it. So loaded command and command. But now let's just touch a little bit up, make it easier to read our output. So commands, something like that. Now let's also make it support events. But before we do that, let's just make sure that we have everything completely done so that the command actually works. So what we have to do now is get the command name. So how we're going to do that? We're going to have to split the file name and the .js at the end, because that will be our command name. So you're just going to do file.split and dot. So what's before the dot and what's after the dot? What's after the dot is JS, and what's before the dot is our command name. But we're going to want to specify if we want the before or after. So you just do a 0. If you wanted JS, you just do 1. But why would you want JS? Last, we're going to do client.commands.set. and you're just going to do the command name and the command. That's just so we could add the command to the client. So now that we did that, we're going to do one last thing. We're just going to make the bot print out when it's online. So that's just easy. You just do a ready event. So ready, you just do client.on ready. Oh, it has it already for me. Ready, get it? Console.log now we just want to make that the command actually works, because right now we have the commands added, but they don't really work yet. So now, functionality. Okay. So let's set our prefix, which for this is exclamation point. Now, what you're gonna want to do is, let's make sure that the author is not a bot. So if message, oh, we forgot something actually. We have to do client.on message. Now this is just gonna trigger when someone messages in a Discord server, and that is how the command is triggered. So if message.author .bot, then it's a bot. Next, let's make sure that it starts with the prefix. So if message.content.starts with prefix, add a little exclamation point because that means it doesn't, then skip. Now if we're at this point, then it is our command. So what we're going to do is let message array. Now I'll explain this in a moment. Equals message.content.split. Now let me explain what I'm doing here. You're going to put a space in between the quotes. Now the reason is that it splits between every argument. So if you realize that, let's say you run the 8-ball command, right? When you run the 8-ball command, the 8-ball command has multiple parameters. So how are you going to get the second parameters, like the question? Like let's say you run 8-ball, are you stupid? So there's no file in the commands folder called 8-ball, are you stupid? So we need to get the word 8-ball by itself, and then we'll also give the are you stupid part to the command so that it knows what to do later on. So now that we have our array, we're gonna have to let command equals message array 0, because that's the first part, and then args is going to be message array dot slice 1. So that's the words after the command and on. And now let's just get the file so that we know what to use. So let command file equals client.commands.get command.slice prefix.length. Now this is going to get the prefix and the actual command name. But what I actually just made a mistake is we don't need to have that 0 there actually. So now, let's just prevent our bot from erroring. If command file does not exist, then return. We're just doing this in case something happens. So now, let's actually run the command. So you're going to do command file dot run and client message and args. So now the basics are done. So save all your files. Now one last thing, we need to get the bot's token. So let me get that real quick. Hold on one moment. Okay. So discord.com/developer/applications. So you can't really see my developer portal, but it's fine. Okay, so just give it administrator permissions when you invite it, just for testing purposes, you know. So I'm using a test account for this. So let me just invite it. Okay, it's invited. Perfect. Now let me switch the screen I'm sharing on. Actually forgot about that. That would not be good if I forgot about that. Okay. This is weird. I'm not sure. Oh, okay, good. So now it's still loading. I'm going to share my screen to Discord in just a moment. Well, actually, first let's paste the token. Because you kind of need to see the token. Well, you don't really need to see it, but I'll also make sure to refresh my token right after this live stream. So, okay, so let me just copy the token right here. Paste. Okay, now let me switch my screen. Okay, now that you guys see my new screen. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say, but in Visual Studio Code, just type node index.js to put your bot online. So now you'll see the bot's online. So that means there's no errors. So now what we need to do is we need to make our first command. But it's been 25 minutes, so I will show you how to do that in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.